All right, remember all those C-level executives promising AI would replace all their developers by 2025? Well, guess what? They're finally admitting what I've been saying for the past year. So we're seeing a major shift. OpenAI Sam Altman now says he's less interested in replacing coders, and that's a quote, and instead wants to make developers 10 times more productive with AI tools. Even tech titan Bill Gates is acknowledging that software engineering is far too complex for AI to handle on its own. And also there's a new report coming out from Microsoft to definitely show that they're cooling on some of their AI investment. So the hype cycle is finally coming back to reality, and the truth is exactly what experienced developers already knew. AI is a powerful tool, but it's not going to replace the software developers. So let's dive into this report today. Welcome to Startup Pack. I'm Spencer Thomason. Here at Startup Pack, we love to train software developers in our licensed coding boot camps, as well as to build custom software solutions for companies. With over a decade as an executive leadership, as a fractional CTO, and 25 years in software development, I've mastered transforming tech teams and products. All right, so Sam Altman just told an interview that he's less interested in replacing coders, meaning 100% automation, and more focused on making them 10 times more productive. Now, this is a complete pivot from what the CEOs were saying just months ago when they claimed developers would be obsolete by the end of 2025. So I've seen this pattern come and go with every new technology. Initial wild claims of replacement followed by the reality of augmentation. So what's really happening is that AI is letting good developers focus on the highest value, most creative aspect of their craft while automating the tedious parts. Now, you remember how Apple was saying, a year or so ago that everybody was going to be working with, big lens strapped on their faces, right? Like this is an example of some of this kind of hype, right? The companies are already winning with AI aren't the ones who are trying to replace developers. They're the ones who are trying to give their developers powerful AI tools. Now, in some cases, developers are already reporting 2 to 3 times productivity gains, while Altman suggests that this could rise a lot more over the future. Now, Microsoft's AI strategy has been revealed in an eye-opening report. They're deliberately letting OpenAI burn through billions of dollars while they build on the successful approaches, right? So Microsoft AI chief Mustafa, I can't pronounce quite his last name, Suleiman, explained their approach. Our strategy is to play a very tight second given the capital intensiveness of these models, end quote. So by trailing the frontier model builder by 3 to 6 months, Microsoft can optimize for specific customer use cases without the massive R&D cost of being the ones to build these models. Now, this approach gives Microsoft time to see what works in the market before committing billions to specific AI directions. So I think this is a really brilliant strategy that's similar to Microsoft's historical approach, not always being first, but being the company that makes the technology accessible and practical. So Redmond isn't alone in this approach. AWS, Alibaba, and DeepSeek are all implementing similar strategies of letting others blaze the trail first. Now, if your company has systems that aren't connected, let us help you out, because here at Startup Pack, our specialty is connecting systems so your company can work like a well-oiled machine. So check out startuppack.com/Spencer because we can help out. Now, OpenAI is burning cash at a historic rate with projected losses of around $5 billion this year alone. The company's computing costs are astronomical. They're spending approximately $4 billion just to keep ChatGPT running, plus another $3 billion for model training. Most of this money flows right back to Microsoft, which provides the cloud infrastructure that OpenAI relies on. So Microsoft's laughing to the bank here, right? This financial reality is forcing OpenAI to rethink its entire business model and its approach to AI development. So with such a massive cash burn, they're realizing that one AI to rule them all, that approach isn't really sustainable. The economics simply won't work for general AI systems that try to do everything. The computing costs are just too enormous. Now, OpenAI is pivoting towards building specialized AI agents for specific use cases instead of one general purpose system. In March, OpenAI released new tools to help businesses build AI agents, automated systems for specific tasks using their AI models. These purpose-built agents can focus on a narrow domain like web search, file scanning, and website navigation. By specializing, these agents can be much more efficient than general-purpose AI, significantly reducing the computational resources needed. Now, this shift aligns perfectly with how successful software has been built, specialized tools that do specific jobs extremely well. The do-everything approach to AI is being replaced by a pragmatic reality of purpose-built AI tools for specific businesses. So there's an eye-watering cost to advancing AI, right? The shocking new report shows that OpenAI's O3 model might cost around $30,000 to solve a single complex problem. The ARC Prize Foundation initially estimated that the cost would be about $3,000 per task, but recently revised that estimate upwards by 10 times. The massive expense comes from an enormous computing resources required. O3 High used 172 times more computing than O3 Low for the same tasks. So for a comparison, a human can solve the same task for around $5 with mere cents of energy costs. These economics are forcing AI companies to be much more realistic about what AI can and should do versus human costs. So when AI costs 6,000 times more than a human to do the same task, the AI will replace everyone narrative starts to really fall apart quickly. Now, there was the supposed moat around AI technology is evaporating faster than anybody expected. Open source alternatives are emerging that can match the capabilities of proprietary systems from OpenAI and Anthropic. One example is an open source alternative to OpenAI's Operator that launched recently, offering similar functionality at a fraction of the cost. On my channel here, I've actually showed you how you developers can pull down source code that I show you how to use for free, build an AI machine for less than $500 that'll have like 23 gigs of GRAM that can run some pretty serious models to do real agent processing, right? So as one Swiss AI founder put it, the great thing about open source community is how well we support each other. And this is really big for your business. So if your business is looking for help implementing some real AI technologies, reach out, because here at Startup Pack, we love to build amazing AI agents that work with your systems. So now, Microsoft is quietly working to reduce its dependence on OpenAI. They're developing their own AI models that could eventually replace OpenAI's in products like Copilot. So according to sources, Microsoft is already testing alternatives from companies like xAI, DeepSeek, and Meta. This strategic shift accelerates their OpenAI's near meltdown in 2023 when CEO Sam Altman was briefly ousted. Microsoft's investment in multiple AI approaches gives them flexibility if OpenAI's costs become unsustainable. This multi-pronged approach is exactly what an experienced CTO would recommend, is the ability to shift. Now, I want to show you on this too. We're seeing that Microsoft might also know something else too, because they've just recently pulled out on a huge AI data center, right? And so Bloomberg is reporting that Microsoft won't go ahead with multiple data center projects worldwide. It's the third report claiming Microsoft's more cautious approach to its data center projects. There are indications that we're on the verge of seeing the global capacity glut when it comes to data centers, right? So this massive scale up on data centers is similar to what we've seen in other places where there was a ton of hype, a lot of scale up, and then the reality sets in. Enterprise AI adoption is revealing a fundamental truth. AI is most valuable when enhancing human capabilities, not replacing them. Companies are finding the best ROI, return on investment, comes from giving knowledge workers AI tools that amplify their experience. This mirrors what I've seen in my 25 years of software development. Tools that empower skilled developers are far more valuable than trying to replace these humans. So the AI will replace workers narrative has been replaced by AI will empower workers as companies see real world results. Now, if you're looking for real world results in your systems, make sure you reach out, because here at Startup Pack, we love to connect to your systems and help you and build some software around that. So reach out to startuppack.com/Spencer, because we can help you out. Now, the companies that are winning with AI aren't those replacing people. It's those that are giving the best AI-powered tools. Smart leaders are realizing the competitive advantage comes from having uniquely skilled humans using cutting-edge AI. Microsoft's approach of optimizing AI for a specific customer use case demonstrates the shift that we're seeing here. So the AI industry is moving towards more sustainable approaches as the reality of the cost becomes clear. Specialized targeted AI applications are proving more valuable and providing cost-effective results than general purpose systems. So the most valuable AI system will be those that solve specific business problems, right? So the economics of AI are forcing fundamentals to rethink of the development approach to the industry-wide problem. When Microsoft is losing an average of $20 per Copilot user and up to $80 per power user, something has to give. They won't do that forever. The pattern mirrors other technology cycles I've witnessed over my 25 years in history. Initial exuberance followed by pragmatic sustainability. So the market is finally acknowledging the truth. AI works best as a partner, not as a replacement. The partnership model allows AI to handle routine tasks that humans focus on, but allows them to use human judgment, creativity, and context. As Sam Altman pointed out, in fields where high demand exceeds supply, like coding, AI will expand the capabilities rather than eliminate jobs. So the narrative is a shift from AI will take your job to AI will transform your job, a subtle but critical distinction. And for developers, I've been telling them for a long time, since the very first day that ChatGPT really hit. AI will not replace you, but a software developer who knows how to use it might. Now, what are your thoughts? Do you agree? Do you disagree? I'd love to have a great discussion. The best compliment you can give me is to like and subscribe to the channel and leave a comment down below. Here at Startup Hack, we love to train software developers in our licensed coding bootcamps, as well as to build custom software solutions for companies. So reach out because we'd love to help. Check out startuphack.com/Spencer. And if you're interested in learning more and becoming a software developer, check out our coding bootcamp information here. Want to become a software developer but don't want to spend 4 years in college and rack up massive student loan debts? Think you need technical expertise to get started? Welcome to Startup Hack, a better way to start your software career without student loans and years without income. One-on-one tutoring is included so you never get stuck and have guidance through the whole process. No technical experience is necessary. Learn at your own pace and in your own space. Startup Hack has worked with local state agencies in your area to make it so that qualifying students can get the program costs covered entirely and students can start earning while they learn.
Startup Hack's .NET Coding Bootcamp was a game changer for my career. As someone with no prior programming experience, I was initially intimidated by the idea of learning to code, but the instructors at Startup Hack broke down complex concepts into easy to understand lessons and provided hands-on projects that really cemented my understanding. The curriculum was comprehensive and up to date and got me ready for my first job. What really set Startup Hack apart was the focus on practical, real-world skills. Thanks to Startup Hack, I landed my dream job as a .NET developer within weeks of graduating. I went from knowing nothing about code to building professional-grade web applications in just a few intense months. If you're looking to break into .NET development or level up your coding skills, I cannot recommend Startup Hack enough.
Complete our 3-month coding bootcamp, gain hands-on experience, and land a paid internship. With 2 years of experience, on average, our graduates are making over $80,000 per year. The 3-month program includes technologies from Microsoft, Google, and Facebook. No debt, just a quick path to earning. Check out startuphack.com to code your future and start today.